Today's podcast is brought to you by Audible.com. Get a free audiobook download and 30-day free trial at www.audibletrial.com/TWIK. Transform your commute, workout, or chores with over 180,000 titles to choose from for your smartphone or tablet.
Yeah, welcome my chingas to episode 75 of This Week in K-Pop. In this episode, we will talk about B1A4, Big Bang, G-Friend, Girls' Generation, Kisum, Mola, Park Myung Soo and IU, Primary, Simon D, T-ara, Wonder Girls, and Yoo Sung-woo. My name is Steven.
And with him is his co-host, Josh.
It's been a long time.
Every time. But I had to introduce myself.
Sorry.
So rude of you.
It's been about a month, 5 weeks, I think, since our last episode.
It's been at least a month, maybe a month and a half since we've done anything.
Yeah, we were both in America for our summer break.
Yeah.
And we're finally back. We got some brand new equipment.
Yeah, as you can see, if you're watching our video version, if you're hearing our podcast version, hopefully you can hear the difference too, because we got a new mic as well for me.
Yeah.
Hopefully that works out.
Yeah, so this is actually, I would consider this like version 3 of this podcast. Because the first version was me and Kelvin, and the second version was kind of me and Josh when we started doing it. Yep. And now we're going to try, it's going to be a little hard this episode because we have a lot of ground to make up for. Yeah. But we are going to try and speed up the podcast. We're going to try and hard limit ourselves to about an hour and a half for our main podcast. And instead of the lightning round, which we normally do, we are going to section off the lightning round into an entirely separate podcast called, I don't actually know what we're going to call it.
Maybe after show or something like that.
We've been calling it the after show.
Yeah.
And that's going to come out. So, for example, our regular episodes come out every 2 weeks. Or, sorry, once every 2 weeks.
Once every 2 weeks, yep.
And so the after show is going to go into the that middle week. So hopefully it's going to go main episode, after show, main episode, after show, main episode, so that you'll have something every single week from us. Yeah. And the after show is where we will talk about some lightning round songs or just whatever the hell we want to talk about.
We'll try to reference some portions of the main show in our after show. Yeah. Like we'll mention a song in maybe our main portion, and if we want to ramble or talk more about it, we'll say, oh, we're planning to talk more about this in our after show. So you can kind of get a little bit of taste of what we're going to do after show wise. But for all of you guys that like our more rambly kind of podcasts, after show will be very good for you. If you just want to hear what we have to say about one song or your favorite group, that's where your main section will come in.
Yeah. So let's get to it. So if this is your first time, we're sorry about that. This Week in K-Pop is a discussion podcast that covers the last 2 weeks usually, but in this case, 4 to 5 weeks of K-pop music video releases. And each episode, Josh and I will pick what we think is the best song of the last 2 weeks. This time, we're going to pick actually 3 songs because we both agree. We both wholeheartedly agree on what is the best fucking song.
You guys... So there was a lot of good music these past 5 weeks.
There was a lot of music.
There was a lot of music, period.
Wow.
And this song came out a while ago, but Steven and I, since that time...
Non-stop, baby.
Non-stop.
And then let's just talk about this song. Yeah. So that song is going to be... You'll be very surprised, right?
You will be.
This is a month where Wonder Girls came back. Girls' Generation came back
with 2 songs.
Big Bang came back with their last 2 main songs. But it's none of that. It's by a girl named Kisum featuring Jooyoung with their song You and Me. Now, this song...
What is... So me and Steven, Steven was a good boy, and he watched...
I am a good...
He watched all the videos, pretty much all the videos, because I just recently moved and I don't have internet yet. So it was hard for me to watch all the videos. I maybe watched a third of them, and we were just kind of recapping some videos, and we went to this song and we're like, this is your song?
Yes.
I was like, you listen to this song a lot? He's like, yeah, I listened to it the whole way to America, on the way back from America, And me, I was like, yeah, I was blasting this song for like maybe a week and a half straight since it came out. I think it's been about maybe 2-3 weeks, I think, since it came out.
I think it came out a month ago because it came out a little bit before we left for America.
Yeah.
And so doesn't matter. Kisum, if you don't know Kisum, she's a girl rapper from Unpretty Rap Star, but she did have some stuff before that. And Jooyoung is from Starship.
Yeah.
The last great song I know of him, at least, is the Hyorin one, Erase, which was really, really good.
Yeah, I think he was in some other songs as well, and he was just as good, but they weren't as popular, I think.
Yeah, and this is a style of song that if you're a long-time listener, I love. I love
the happy...
someone rapping and someone singing.
Yeah.
It's always great when it's a happy rap. I don't want, I'm going hard rap. And it's so, I don't even know how to describe it other than it's just so fun. There's so many like catchy parts in the way Kisum raps.
Yeah.
Lyrically, I have no earthly idea. It's probably not great lyrically.
Lyrically, it is just kind of love themed, so you can kind of just guess what the lyrics will be kind of like. But yeah, you're right, Steven. The way she delivers the rapping, sometimes she sing raps, which me and Steven aren't really a fan of sometimes, but it was really good. It was
really on point. Yeah.
And she had very, very kind of catchy rapping, kind of syncopation, and just the way the cadence worked and the lyrics that she chose and the song was really, really catchy. And of course, Jooyoung is an amazing singer.
Yeah, really good.
Something about like the tone of his voice is just really, really good. That it really, really fit this song. I really don't have anything else to say besides it is a really, really good song. If you haven't heard of it or even heard of Kisum, you should really, really look into that. Yeah,
like even if you watched her on Unpretty Rap Star and you're like, I fucking hated Kisum. Like,
she wasn't very good on Unpretty Rap Star.
I mean, I thought she was okay. I mean, I was always kind of a fan of her just because, remember, I really liked that Superstar song that she sang.
That's true.
But I liked her because it's more, we will probably talk about this in our after show, but like, I'm just tired of like, I'm rapping to rap, Like, I've just heard so much rap because of Show Me the Money, because of, Unpretty Rap Star and whatever. It's just like, I like fun. And if you can rap fun, that's why we really like that J Park My Last song.
Yeah, that song was really good as well. That song had a really good balance of hard rapping and kind of what we call like fun, having fun rapping. Just in general, Korea is kind of shifting over to this more hip-hoppy trend. It's kind of copying America a little bit in like the 90s, maybe 80s. So we are really curious about how it's going to shake out. Maybe Korean hip-hop will have a different style. If it continues to do this style, I'll be very happy.
I hope so. Like, I love, like, I can't emphasize how much higher this song is compared to everything else that we're going to talk about today, at least for me. I think Josh is a lot closer with some of the songs he's going to pick next.
That's true.
But, like, this song is, like it, and 2015 has not been a kind year for these kinds of songs where I'm
really
like, I'm picking this song first to listen to every time in my car in America. Every time I put on my headphones, walking to school, I pick this song first. I pick this song last. Like, I play this song all the fucking time.
And just to tell you how much I like this song, normally I'm not the type of person to just play one song over and over. I kind of have like a playlist, and it sort of kind of just grows and shrinks based off of how I feel. But this song, when it first came out, it was like this song, just repeat constantly. So give it a listen. Please do give it a listen. We'll probably talk more about some other rapping or Korean hip-hop later in our after show. So our next song is by Primary featuring Lena Park with Hello.
This is totally off topic. Whenever I hear Hello, I think of Hearthstone.
Why?
Because of the hello, that thing.
The Noyatron?
The Noyatron.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Josh, why did you pick this Primary?
So there has been a lot of good music while we were away. One of the really shining kind of spots, I think, in the last month or so is Primary's new album. Primary is a producer, if you don't know. He's the guy with the box for a head. And he put out a new album called 2. and you might have heard us talking about some songs from the album in previous podcasts.
Yeah, Mannequin.
Mannequin was one. Jokoman Bio. That's See You in a Little Bit. Or
Yeah, I think we lightning around that song.
Yeah, that's also a good song. And well, it's really just chock full of good songs. Like maybe the album has 12 songs, and I like 6 or 7 of them. It's really that good. But mainly why I like this song is because it really reminds me of Primary's style. He's a little bit kind of heavy on the keyboards and kind of keyboard effects. And this song kind of has a little bit of like a disco kind of 80s, 90s feel to it, which sometimes I do really, really, really like, and sometimes I don't like. But this song really hits it on the head for me. Lena Park is an amazing singer, I believe, and she just does this song wonders. You did have a complaint about this song, but it was a good complaint, right, Steven? What were you saying earlier?
There's like in the chorus is like a doopy-doo part, and like it lasts for like 1 bar, and that could be the entire chorus, and I would have been so happy.
Lena Park just basically was like do.
I don't remember exactly at this time.
That's the line, I think. That's it. Do.
I mean, I love my doopy-doos.
And then you're like, God, if she just like had maybe like 12 more bars of that, I was like, 12 more bars, really, Steve?
Heck yeah, man. Because my problem with this song is that like, it's like too long of the same thing. Like the first verse and the chorus, and I was kind of into it, but then the second verse just more the same. Again, it's just more the same. So I wasn't as ecstatic, as you are.
I did feel that, Steven. By the time the second verse came around, it was like, okay, we've heard this style. Maybe switch up the way you sing, or maybe even add a rap part to it. I didn't say that. You didn't hear me say that about putting a rap part into a song. But this song could have used a rap part.
Just something to kind of switch
trying to break the monotony. It was a little bit too monotonous for one part of the song. The first verse and chorus was really great, and I think the kind of breakdown after the second verse was really good. But the second verse was really, really dry, I feel.
Yep.
But overall, still an amazing song. You should really check out this song, and especially Primary's album.
It's a perfect transition because the next song that I loved, second to Kisum's, of course, is by someone you don't know, maybe. His name's Primary. Featuring AOA's ChoA and Iron with their song Don't Be Shy.
Now, Steven, what did I say about Primary, right?
I know. Even though I don't like the rest of the album as much as you do, I fully 100% agree. I mean, Primary is amazing, right? Primary's See-Through with Zion T is still one of my favorite, is my favorite Zion T song of all time. But it's, like, this song is so different, though, than the rest of the album, I think.
It is, yeah.
It has a big, like, reggae feel.
Reggae, like a ska kind of feel.
Yeah, and normally I think Korean reggae, and I'm like, haha, shut the fuck up, right?
Yeah, haha and skull.
Haha and skull, come on.
It's a little bit cultural appropriation, not really.
Like, you don't need to wear dreadlocks when you do it, all right? Come on, guys. But, I'm not a huge fan of reggae, but this is kind of more pop reggae, kind of like that Rude song, right? In America, where it's like, it's reggae for sure, but it's a little bit more poppy, and I'm a little bit more down with that. And you kind of add Primary's funk on it, right? Yeah. It's like Primary's version, and you got ChoA's like amazing voice,
kind of soft, like feathery kind of voice.
Yeah,
a little bit eerie.
Yeah. And of course, it's eerie because the music video is freaking weird and creepy.
Yeah,
it's really creepy.
It's really,
it doesn't make any sense. It's just a lot of, it's like shot half on like VHS.
Like an 8mm camera. Like.
Yeah. It's like, there's like weird Ouija boards, weird ghost things going on, weird, I don't know if they're witches or not. But it like, the mood that video portrays matches for some reason really well with the mood of the song.
Like, if you kind of wrote it on paper and was like, okay, ska/reggae type song produced by Primary with a girl group member and a rapper.
Yeah. And a music video shot like a horror movie.
Yeah, you wouldn't think success, but it works. It works. I don't know what it is. Even though the music video is creepy as fuck, it really, really matches like the tone of it, and the kind of way that ChoA is singing.
Yeah. I kind of think, I mean, Iron was good, but I thought as opposite of the Hello song, like it didn't really need a rap part in this.
Yeah.
I thought Iron's rap was a little strange, but
I agree with you on that one.
I'm actually really angry because before I left for America, I heard the Kisum song and I heard this Don't Be Shy song, and I was like, I'm gonna download both, and this is all I'm gonna listen to in America.
Yeah.
And I was having big ass problems getting my Apple Music to work on my iPhone, and for some reason, only the Kisum song transferred, and so I just completely forgot about this song.
Oh man, that's
like rough. I could have listened to this song like 1,000 more times, but I didn't. So I'm really sad about that.
Yeah.
But you know, if in the last month you have only listened to the Hyuna and the B1A4 and the Big Name, Big Bang, and you passed up, you know, Primary, you passed up this Kisum song, and you believe in our tastes, please download them right now.
Yeah,
and check it out.
See, the reason why I think I'm really kind of promoting Primary's album so much is because Primary used to be one of those producers that when you hear a song by him, you know it's a Primary song. He had a very like specific style, and his songs kind of all sounded the same. But you take the Primary with Lena Park's song Hello, right? The music video's kind of got this. It's essentially shot with the same kind of camera.
Yeah.
But it's so
Totally
colorful.
different.
It's like really fun, and it's a little bit humorous. And then you go, and it's kind of like a really fun song, and then you go into AOA's ChoA and Primary song, and it's kind of like eerie and dark and ska, reggae, and it really just shows that Primary in the time that he's had off is really kind of improving.
Yeah, he's going to the next level, maturing.
Yeah, and this song could really have been a flop, like ska, reggae, not very popular in Korea, you know. So, you know, big ups to you, Primary, for.
Yeah, I mean, you know, just stay away from that creepy house, because you don't ever want to. I mean, there are Pokemon cards. They were playing Pokemon cards,
I saw.
And then it just turned into this crazy nonsense. Yeah, but you know what would be cool though is if in your house next door was actually some of the members of EXO, because having EXO next door to you is basically every fan's dream, and. It's not your dream? Well, it's basically every EXO's fan's dream. that makes sense, right? Yeah. So there's this TV show. It's called EXO Next Door. Who would have thought? In it, Jooyoung discovers that her new next door neighbors are Baekhyun, Chanyeol, Dio, and Sehun. I hope I'm saying those right. Those, of course, are members of the supergroup EXO.
Yeah, super famous.
Yeah, and they hire her to clean their house during winter vacation, and of course, a love triangle emerges. What? So, if you're a fan of EXO and you haven't checked out this 16-episode mini-series, then do yourself a favor and watch it on Drama Fever right now. Each episode is less than 15 minutes long, and so it's perfect for a quick trip or a short commute. Just go to dfvr.co/TWIK EXO to watch it now.
Yeah.
I'm not a huge fan of EXO, so I didn't I didn't rush out to do it. But when I first heard about it, I thought it was a reality series. Like, you know how AOA does a reality series.
Yeah, like Showtime or something weird.
And EXID is now doing Showtime.
I think it's really popular amongst groups now.
Yeah, to do a reality show. So when I heard the EXO one, I was like, whatever. But when I found out it wasn't actually this is just literally fan fiction. Yeah. This is Twilight of EXO fan fiction.
This is basically EXO fan fiction.
Yeah.
Like drama form.
In drama form. So if you want to check that out, if you for some reason haven't heard about it, please go watch it on Drama Fever, and use our link to show them that we sent you there. All right. So our next song, Josh.
All right. So our next song is by Park Myung Soo and IU with No Problem. Was it? No, Leon.
I don't know.
That's the name.
Is it Leon?
Yeah. Their collaboration name is like IU 같이 뭐 있지 않은 IU or something, or EU.
something confusing.
It's some weird like.
Maybe if we knew Korean, like maybe it's clever in Korean way or no?
It's not really clever because his name is Gotji. Like his
rap
yeah.
name.
And they put like EU instead of IU in there. EU means reason. So basically it's called Leon. It's based. The theme is based off of The Professional, the movie The Professional, Leon and Matilda. It's an old Natalie Portman movie.
She was like a little girl.
Yeah, if you haven't watched it, it's a really good movie. But this song is from the Infinity Challenge kind of group of songs, which we will talk about more in the after show. Yeah. But
like every year,
Infinity
Challenge, is it Infinity Challenge or Infinite Challenge?
Yeah, I say Infinity. I
always thought it was Infinite.
Infinite Challenge? Infinity Challenge? I don't know. I don't know anymore, man. Because I
think it's Infinity. I think I always say Infinite because of I'm thinking of the band Infinite.
Because I refer to it to like the Korean way of like Muhan Dojeon. Yeah. So I don't.
All right, I think it's Infinity Challenge. Maybe I second guessed.
We'll go with Infinity Challenge.
So you're right, maybe. Anyways,
but every year they have these collaborations of songs with the cast members of Infinity Challenge and random popular musicians.
Yeah.
So this is with Park Myung Soo and IU, and this song sounded like a primary song to me. Actually, it was very, very heavy on the bass. It kind of had a foreign kind of feel. It sounded a little bit like kind of French, to it. Like people, but not like real French, like what people think France is like
yeah, stereotypical.
Yeah, like
France.
A little bit racist French, but this song was really, really good. To be honest, Park Myung Soo. I don't know why he's on this song. This isn't like an IU song.
Well, I mean that's the entire idea of the collaboration is like you make a song. And the Infinity Challenge just kind of fits in.
Infinity Challenge member is your handicap, basically.
Kinda.
Yeah. And IU is just gorgeous as ever, but for some reason it seems like she is growing up really quickly. You mentioned in Producer that she was like...
she's like grown up in that, she's wearing a lot of tight clothes and it looks really great.
All right, thank you for that,
So
Steven.
You should watch Producer.
But you should also check out this song because it's really, really good. It's one of my favorite. I think I like 3 of the 6 songs. And this is my favorite. I just wanted to talk about it because we are going to talk about it more in the after show.
Yeah.
So really, really check it out if you haven't heard it. The songs they usually put out are pretty good, but this year I think it's really extra good.
Yeah, I mean, I liked speaking of primary, last year's, well, no, not last year's, 2 years ago was primary Agatsi, right? That was...
Agatsi, yeah. That was Park Myung Soo, yeah.
That was Park Myung Soo and primary, right?
That's what got primary in that hiatus because people were saying he plagiarized that song.
Maybe we went into a coma for last year, or was that last year?
Yeah, primary kind of went into a coma for a while, kind of just... It's just kind of what Korean celebrities do.
If you do something... You don't even have to do something wrong. It's just if someone accuses you.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's move on to my third favorite song, right?
Okay.
And this is by, of course, a more mainstream, this is... I can't believe I'm saying this, to be honest.
I can't believe we're talking about this, but this is something we both agreed to talk about.
Yes, we both like this song enough to put it in this first section, okay?
Yeah.
This is by a group that I don't think I've ever had anything good to say about this group in my life. And that's T-ara with their new song, So Crazy. And when I say T-ara, I really just mean AOA, aka Brave Sound. So T-ara, after years and years of like diarrhea in your head.
Super EDM, like... Yeah, I'm sure that this is what they blast over in North Korea to kind of
annoy them
and fuck with them. They play like T-ara songs.
I mean, that's mean. A lot of people like T-ara.
My brother likes T-ara.
Yeah,
my brother really loves T-ara.
I just T-ara was never my sensibilities. I just didn't. I thought it's like so loud, it's so noisy. At least the recent stuff.
Yeah.
But they hired Brave Sound, which it's actually kind of surprising because they don't need to. right?
Yeah,
like
they don't really
Brave
need
sounds like I'm gonna raise you from C tier to A tier, you know.
Let's try a whole bunch of things, and then hopefully one song is catchy enough to put you into like A tier, right?
Yeah, and this is more of an AOA song than Heart Attack. It's kind
of swapped actually.
Yeah, well, I think the Brave Sound also made the Hellavina song, and the Hellavina song sounds like a T-ara song.
Yeah.
And then this song sounds like AOA, and I guess maybe AOA got a Hellavina song to make that circle complete.
Made it.
They fucked that up. He had like 3 MP3s just called A, B, and C.
So
which is
like
shit.
He was like, A, obviously this is for AOA.
Yeah.
But T-ara also has an A in it. What do we do?
Flip a coin. But you know, that's not to say that like I like it just because I'm a Brave Sound fanboy, which I am. I just, you know, in this kind of month of releases, there were just a lot of songs that just weren't catchy. I thought they didn't make an impression. And this T-ara song has what I like, which Brave Sound.
Yeah.
It's got doobity-doos. It's got a fun chorus, and in the music video, I mean, didn't have 18,000 strobe lights in my face, and it didn't cut a million times. Like people again complain about a generic video, but you know what? At least it wasn't 7,000 cuts in your face video.
Yeah, sometimes just having a generic video is much better than having like a video that's just really, really abrasive. You know, like I'd rather have just a clean video of them in like cute outfits or
and they were they were really cute. They were wearing like navy outfits.
Yeah, just doing their dance and just some face shots thrown in there. I call it the SM cookie cutter mode.
China,
And sometimes you don't really need more than that.
And I can understand why, if you're a T-ara fan and you've liked, you know, everything they've done, that you might be kind of pissed, because this is not their. It really does seem like they saw what was going on and was like, we need to fit in. Yeah. Which, if you're a T-ara fan, you'd be like, they don't need to do that, right? They're the queens of K-pop or whatever you want to call it.
It's funny that you say that, because T-ara, their fan base, I think, are called queens.
Yeah, actually, they just recently won some big-ass competition of, like, which fan group is the biggest.
In China?
No, in, like, it was an American thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they had, like, 4 quadrants. One was, like, pop groups, like One Direction fan group, and blah, blah, blah. And then they had, like, a rap one. They had, like, a something else one. And then one of them was K-pop. Yeah. And then T-ara won.
T-ara, really?
Everybody. They beat One Direction or Justin Bieber, and they beat...
That is amazing.
Beyonce, they beat... Yeah. I mean, it makes sense to me, but... Because who's great at spamming vote things? K-pop group fans.
Oh, that's true. Well, I'm not surprised that a K-pop group won it, because K-pop group fans are really diehard.
But for it to be T-ara and not like EXO?
Or even like 21 or Big Bang.
Yeah.
I mean, those guys are very, really popular foreign-wise.
True.
Because, I mean, if Chinese fans got to vote, T-ara is immensely popular in China.
They probably did.
Like, ridiculously popular in China. But this song, for me, I think... I'll just say this. Earlier on, when you were playing this song, I was in the bathroom. Doing my business. And I heard you playing this song, and I was like... Oh yeah, I wanted to talk about this song. This song was really good. And I came out, I was like, oh, Steven, what song was that you're playing? And you're like, T-ara. And I was like, oh.
You punking me, motherfucker?
I was like, wait, T-ara? T-ara?
Yeah.
But I feel like we give T-ara a lot of shit, but this song is generally very good.
Yeah, but it is good as a Brave Sound song. So if you're not huge into Brave Sound, you might not like it, but... I love me some Brave Sound, and I'll take it, baby. I'll take it.
He just does the things that you like to hear in songs, I think.
Yeah. I mean, he still makes some not very good songs, you know? Like, there are definitely songs where I'm like, for example, the Hella Venus, I'm Ill song. Like, that sounds like a T-ara song, a.k.a. a song I don't like. I sound like a nightclub song, like we were talking about, like at a booking club. Very, I would never have guessed that was a Brave Sound song.
Yeah.
And Brave Sound also makes boy group songs. Like, I think he makes some, very recently made a Teen Top song or something like that, and I just didn't really like it either.
Are you sure it was a Teen Top song? Because
I don't know.
If it was a Teen Top song, I like that song.
It might have been that song that you liked. I just didn't really like.
Yeah.
Whatever that last Team Couple song. Or I remember pulling that out of my asshole. I don't know.
I mean, that song was good in my opinion, but
no, I don't know. But I never would have been like, that's Brave Sound, you know. But again, you know, Brave Sound. You don't need to release 7 things in a month, but if you release, you know, like 1 every 2 months, I'm happy. I'm happy. I'll probably listen to it all.
Even just once a month.
That might be a little much. But okay, so that's kind of it for our first section. Yeah. And let's go. So this is version 3, right? So the second section is just going to be a couple of songs that I picked.
Yeah.
And then section 3 will be a bunch of songs that you'll picked. Okay.
So that's the end of part 1. If you want to watch part 2, click here to the right, Steven's Picks. And don't forget there will be 3 parts to this whole podcast. Part 3 will be mine, and we'll have a link for that later. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you later, chingos.